today we're going to walk through the adjustments that you should make and in what order, and then how to optimize your comfort in any particular chair. Today we are using the Steelcase Amia chair, just as an example, okay? Now, the adjustments, regardless of whether it's Amia or it's something else, you're looking to seat height, seat pan depth, back lock or unlock, the tension, the lumbar bolster, and the armrest, in that order. Let me repeat that. It's seat height, then it's seat pan depth adjustment, then it's whether the back is locked or unlocked, then it's setting the tension, then it's adjusting the lumbar bolster if it's there, and then it's the arm support. Those 6 in that order. Now, how do we optimize comfort in a particular chair? Let's do it right now. So in Amia, I'm going to sit down, and I know that my thighs should be approximately parallel to the ground. My feet should drop directly below the knee or out in front a little bit. To get that done for me, for my leg length, I know that I need to come up all the way, sit down, and then drop the chair just a bit. That gives me kind of the optimal adjustment there, okay? Now, for seat pan depth, the only stipulation I really have is the front edge of the seat pan should not come into contact or collide with the back of your knee. There are varying opinions on how far out, how far in, all that stuff. I keep it simple and just say make sure the seat pan isn't kicked out too far if the chair has a seat pan depth adjustment. Okay, now, before you move on to lock and unlock, I need everybody to retuck in their chair. Because a lot of times when you adjust the seat pan depth, you kind of kick out right here. You got to get back into this chair before you move on to the next adjustment, okay? So how do I retuck? And what does that mean? That means I need to come up out of the chair a little bit, push all the way back, and really sit in the chair, okay? That's what I call tucking or retucking, all right? Now, let's move on to back lock or unlock. In Amia, it's right here. If I move it towards the front, it's now locked virtually upright. If I bring it back, now the chair is fully open, which means I can sit upright, I can sit all the way reclined, and kind of anywhere in between. Don't stop there. Opening or unlocking the seat back does not tell someone that we want them to recline all the way, right? What we want to do is now set the tension for what we call the sweet spot. So what we want to do is we want to be able to sit here, sit back all the way, somewhere in between, but here's the catch. Be fully supported regardless of the angle of recline, okay? That's what I call the sweet spot. Now, this one's a little light, so I'm going to crank it 3 more times to kind of stop halfway. That's pretty good. I don't have to effort or work to kind of hold myself in my preferred angle of recline, okay? Now, let's move on to the adjustable lumbar. If there is an additional lumbar bolster, like that's on Amia right here, it moves up and down, it ratchets up and down like this. What you're looking to do is set that at what we call the apex of the lumbar spine, basically where the lumbar spine curves in the most. We sometimes call it the small of our back. You want to put the lumbar bolster right at that spot to give you just a little bit more oomph, okay? Now, the arm supports. The only criteria I have for arm supports, because again, just like seat pan depth, there are varying opinions on what's good, what's bad, what to use it for, all over the map, okay? Just make sure that if you use the arms for arm support, you don't use the armrest as a crutch. And you also don't put yourself into a suboptimal position. So if we look at a user in a chair, and we want their shoulders to be 100% relaxed, we want their arms to be resting close to the midline of their body, because this position is safe. We don't want to get the armrest in a position that takes them from a safe position to a riskier position. So just be cognizant of, if you are going to use the arm supports, use them for support, but only do so if it doesn't throw you into this suboptimal position, or again, use the armrest as a crutch, which we all kind of know what that feels like. Okay? So, very quickly, we just covered what adjustments in what order and how to optimize your health regardless of the chair. Thank you for listening, and good luck.